This is a very highly requested video at the moment, but it is all about thumb pulling. You guys have been asking me over and over, Austin, what's your opinion on thumb pulling? Can it give me an aesthetic, chiseled face? Now, if you do not know, thumb pulling is just like how it sounds. It's like mewing, but it's more of a hard mewing protocol to get the forward growth even more aggressive than regular mewing. So today what I'm going to do is talk about the pros, the cons, where it's coming from, and specifically how to do it all in today's video. So without further ado, let's get it. This is mostly being popularized by this one kid named Oscar. Now Oscar has an amazing transformation and he's been posting all over TikTok about how to thumb pull, and then it's actually gotten him into some beef with some other looks maxing creators, pretty much debating how practical thumb pulling really is. And today I'm not throwing shots at anybody, I'm just gonna tell you directly, is it BS, is it gonna work, and everything about it. So first of all, let's go to the godfather himself, Mike Mew. Mike Mew is obviously pretty much the creator of mewing, and he has a pretty defined face, man. Like, mewing works. There's lots of scientific research showing that it works. It's just kind of essentially basic orthodontics. Now, according to Mike Mew, thumb pulling is something that you should not be doing. This is directly from him because it can be too dangerous. It actually mimics some more hardcore orthodontics, but it's not going to be regulated. And the biggest thing, the biggest issue with thumb pulling, at least from Mike Mew's perspective, my perspective, is think about this. Whenever you're lifting weights, for example, you are on your last rep. Typically, one side is going to be pushing the weight while the other is cooked. It's a lot weaker. You have one dominant side and one weaker side. So what is going to happen if whenever you are thumb pulling, you're doing this, one side is literally going to be more powerful than the other side, meaning your face is not going to be symmetrical. Whenever you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, you're creating pressure this way. It's much more natural. And the biggest thing is, you can't go side to side, man. There is not going to be anything asymmetrical with typical mewing. But doing the thumb pulling, you're almost guaranteeing yourself an asymmetrical, unattractive face. It kind of reminds me of those people that get plastic surgery and it looks a little off, man. Like, it's like one side is more defined than the other. It looks like you almost had a stroke or something. Like I said, I'm not throwing shots at anybody. I don't think it's a very smart protocol. Nobody should be doing thumb pulling. This kind of reminds me of bone smashing, actually. Some people actually say I advocate bone smashing. I've never once in my entire life advocated bone smashing. I think bone smashing is incredibly stupid. I did it as a teenager. I think that's what people refer to. I was one of the first bone smashers in this ever, actually. I was interviewed about this in like 2022, man, and like this was way before looks maxing was even viral, and then I was doing the bone smashing way before 2022, and I don't recommend doing it. It's whenever you hit your face with either your hands or you can use an object, and it's overall, yes, it's going to develop your face more, but it's not going to be symmetrical. You cannot even out where you are actually hitting things to make sure the bone growth is exactly equal. Same thing as thumb pulling, but for me, I was not trying to bone smash all over the face. I was specifically trying to make this bone a little bit larger to make it even with the other side of my chin, which it did help a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but the traditional way of bone smashing is not very intelligent. If you do want to try thumb pulling, I will actually give you the proper tutorial just so you're not doing it wrong. So it's very simple, man. You want to go back against a wall. I obviously have stuff behind me, so I'm not going to go straight up against a wall, but you want to roll those shoulders back. Head should be back as much as you can, lined up with the wall, almost like you were doing a chin tuck. And then essentially you want to put both thumbs inside of the roof of the mouth, apply pressure, and then pull forward for roughly 30 seconds. You want to repeat this roughly 5 times throughout the day. And this is going to be the proper way to thumb pull, but like I said, I don't advocate this, but I will tell you what I do advocate, what Mike Mew is going to advocate, and the smartest way to get a more aesthetic face looking like a freaking chat. Step number 1 is obvious. It's going to be testosterone maxing, man. We've seen it. We've seen the pictures of the hunter skull versus the modern skull. Our facial development is not the same it used to be. And if you look back even 20 years ago, our testosterone is down 50%. of what it's supposed to be. So the solution is going to be Aries Rage. On my website, kalosique.com, right now you can get 25% off Aries Rage and all products on kalosique.com using the code Aries. Now, this is Tonka Ali, 400 milligrams, twice the amount of our competitors. This is scientifically proven to boost testosterone by over 37%. It has maca root, which the Peruvians used to take before going to war. It made them so aggressive. Scientific studies conclude that it actually boosts sex drive and libido like anything else. It has 50 milligrams of zinc, which is a precursor to creating testosterone, and an entire herbal blend with pumpkin seed extract, oyster extract, freaking everything to boost testosterone. Don't forget to pick up Titan Growth 2.0. 92% of Americans across all social classes are deficient in basic vitamins and minerals. When this happens, IGF-1 human growth hormone shuts down, closing your growth plate. So you need to pick this up because it has 500 to 1000% of all your daily required nutrients to optimize your high growth genetics and grow as tall as possible. Don't forget to join Keyless VIP. This is my school Looks Maxing with my 3-hour Looks Maxing Masterclass, 2-hour high growth masterclass. Right now, I just finished the 90-minute Female Nature Masterclass, all on Keyless VIP. You get to chat with me in my group VIP calls every 2 weeks and private access to me 24/7, man. Link below. Other ways to testosterone max, we want to be avoiding chemicals, BPAs. You do not want to touch any receipts. You want to limit any chemical exposure in general, except for obviously fragrances. Fragrances, by the way, do not really lower testosterone very much. A lot of people in the hippie community freak out about it, but I think it's freaking amazing and they smell very, very good. You want to be eating lots of red meat, healthy saturated fats, steak, eggs, butter. Things like this is going to be creating testosterone. Things that don't create testosterone is the soy, the legumes, all of the fruits, all of the sugars. That doesn't do anything for you, man. You need healthy foods. That's going to be killer. Getting enough sleep, at least 8 to 9 hours every single night, is going to be crucial for developing testosterone. There's tons of other tips. I've given you guys everything. Swallowing is also a big one. A lot of people swallow incorrectly. You actually want to be swallowing with your cheeks. So whenever you're swallowing, you see how the cheeks move and then the tongue is kind of going up to the roof of the mouth. This is how to swallow correctly. Most people do not do it correctly, which is going to throw off the symmetry of your face, but it's not super crucial. Standard mewing is obviously one of the staples to developing your face. Lots of people have actually mewed properly ever since birth, and this is going to naturally develop your face the way it's supposed to. But then a lot of people, they don't actually mew ever in their entire lives, and their faces get all wonky and it doesn't look very symmetrical. So you want to be consciously mewing consistently throughout the day. Another quick one is just going to obviously be nose breathing, man. We got lots of mouth breathers out here just Andrew Tating it every single day, and this is going to throw off the symmetry of the face. We want to be breathing through the nose, and one thing that will help with this is whenever you're sleeping at night, you don't want to accidentally be mouth breathing like many people, and so getting some mouth tape while you're sleeping is going to be crucial to make sure you're breathing through that nose while you're sleeping. It actually is going to help you get even better sleep than without it. But that's it, man. Thumb pulling is straight up BS, and anybody trying to sell you something on how to thumb pull, in my opinion, there is not an ounce of scientific literature to back it up, and it is one of the most stupid things you could possibly be doing when it comes to your looks maxing journey. It could potentially set you backwards and ruin your looks, just like a bad cosmetic surgery, man. But that is it. Subscribe if you're new. I love you with all my heart. Peace.